Hello dear Mr. Bobby, my name is Andika Putri Abiansyah and I will be doing the final project for Morphonology. In this part 1, I choose two topics. The first one is syllable. A syllable is a basic unit of pronunciation in a word, generally connected around a vowel sound, sounding a single beat or mouthful of sound. For example, darkness or mustard, assisting with spelling and reading by splitting words into smaller pronunciable pieces. Syllables are present to provide language comprehension to structure meaningful words. David Christos said the syllable is defined as a unit of pronunciation which has vowel sound with or without surrounding consonants and which forms the whole or a part of a word. This is for Hasim Ende 2021. And now I will talk about types of syllables. There is 6. The first is close, a word that has a single vowel closed in by one or more consonant with a short vowel. For example, like sheep, chip, big, bit, web, and wet. The second is open, a word that ends with a vowel with a long sound. For example, he, she, do, so, try, and cry. The third is vowel consonant a word that has a vowel accompanied by a consonant and ends with a silent a. For example, rake, mistake, and take. The fourth is vowel theme, a word that features two or more vowels combined together to create one vowel sound. For example, pain, beat, and mouse. The fifth one, R controlled, a word where a vowel is connected to R, causing a change in the vowel. For example, air, fear, and bear. And the last one is consonant le. It ends with a combination of L and A. For example, circle, temple, and castle. And the next is monosyllabic and polysyllabic. Monosyllabic is a word with only syllable. It is short, very brief, and a simple word. For example, like bat, cat, dig, rig, day, and ray. While polysyllabic is words with multiple two or more syllables. For 2 syllables, it is called disyllabic, trisyllabic for 3 syllables, and the last is polysyllabic for 4 or more syllables. These word types provides complexity and flow to language as it holds an interesting place in linguistic research. It is from Pasaribu, Faisal, Bin, and Regar from 2024. Now we'll be talking about polysyllabic example. The first is disyllabic. It's example like reaper, handle, stomper, mindless, and dusty. The second is trisyllabic, abandon, together, important, awaken, and betrayer. And the last is polysyllabic. It is 4 or more. Catastrophic, degenerate, Armageddon, companion, and destination. Then we go to syllable sentence example. The first is this ship is big. This contains 4 monosyllabic and 4 closed syllables. The second is I will try again. It contains 3 monosyllabic, 1 disyllabic, 2 open syllables. The 1 disyllabic is again, and the 2 open syllables is I and try. And 1 closed syllable is will, and 1 vowel theme is again. The third is fear the air, contains 3 monosyllabic, all of those 3 are monosyllabic, 1 open syllable, the open syllable is the, and the 2 vowel themes, it is fear and air. The fourth one, they call me the great degenerate, contains 4 monosyllabics, they call me, and the, and 1 polysyllabic, that is degenerate, 2 open syllables, me and they, the, 2 closed syllables, they and call, and the vowel consonant a, degenerate. And the last one, she lived in a castle, contains 4 monosyllabics, and 2 open syllables, 2 closed syllables, and 1 consonant le. 2 open syllables is she and a. 2 closed syllables is lives and in, and 1 consonant le is castle. Then we next to the second topic, stress-preserving suffix. Stress-preserving suffixes are words endings that don't modify the main stress of the root word, keeping it on the same syllables. The intended stressed syllable stays as it is when the suffix is added. Anyone who tries to learn stress-preserving suffixes will pronounce words correctly, maintaining comprehension and enhancing fluency in the English language. Complex words with stress-preserving affixes are stressed on the same syllables as their bases. This is for Derimo 2025. Example of stress-preserving suffixes like able, full, ing, li, age, ness, men, ish, and al. The most common suffix is in stress-preserving suffixes is n. This is from WSQ Fournier GM 2023. Now we go to the stress-preserving suffix example. The first is able, is cleanable, breakable, lockable, and drinkable. Second is destroyer, messenger, driver, and player. The third is full, fearful, baleful, powerful, and painful. The fourth is ing, citing, typing, selling, and putting. Fifthly, slowly, quickly, keenly, and lovely. Sixth, age, package, carriage, percentage, and baggage. Seventh, darkness, kindness, happiness, and foolishness. Eighth, meant, abandonment, government, improvement, and achievement. The ninth, ish, childish, stylish, foolish, and selfish. The 10th, and weaken, golden, widen, and wooden. And the last, all, universal, original, historical, and approval. This is the stress-preserving suffix sentence example. The first is the destroyer is here. The stress-preserving suffixes is destroyer. The second is this about to be painful. The preserving suffix is painful. Our government is leading to us to our end. The stress-preserving suffixes is government and leading. The fourth is what are you typing? The preserving suffixes is typing. And the last, foolish child, this is breakable. The stress-preserving suffixes are foolish and breakable. Now this is the reference I took for the part 1. Now we go to the part 2, case study A. I'm gonna check the projector. The word gonna is regressive assimilation as it is from going to. The word is shortened and becomes more like a neighboring sound. The second is I'll kinda help you later. The word kinda is assimilation as it's from kind to. It makes the pronunciation faster. The third is but is always pronounced as ax. This is metathesis. The letter S and K are switched places, therefore it is swapped and to make it easier to pronounce. The fourth, Miss Della explained a short film to the students, but she pronounced it as it film. This is epenthesis. A letter U was added in the word film in between the letter E and The error came from a habit developed in Miss Della's hometown. Now, the fifth, some student imitated her playfully, saying animal instead of animal. This is epenthesis. The word animal originates from animal. The letter A changed to the letter U. It makes it easier for students to pronounce and they consider it to be funny. And then the next is another child kept saying paschetti instead of spaghetti. This is a metathesis. The letter S and P are partially swapped position. The child did this because he thinks it is funny. And the last is one boy wanted to say grandma, but excitedly said grandma. The word grandma is assimilation. It is from grandma. It makes the pronunciation smoother. And now to the last one. Outside, a group of children were excitedly shouting, wanna play, wanna play. This is assimilation. The word wanna comes from want to. The word is shortened and merged into something different with the same meaning. And this is the example of the three example of assimilation. The first is dichu to ditcha. The de and je merge. This comes from a habit or casual speech. The second is bechu to betcha. The te and je merge. The change makes the speech faster. And the last is bitch to biatch. The e is influenced by the ch, which causes the vowel to shift toward ei. This is an epathetic or casual way to speak the word. Then we go to three example of metathesis. Iron to iron. The R and O switch. This happened because of an accent. To water from water to war. The word change form but still the same meaning. This usually occur from a British accent. And the last is comfortable to comfortable. The R and T sound switch positions, making it easier and faster to pronounce. And then this is the four three example of epithesis. Shite to shite, the letter S was added in the final words, come from Eastern habit of speech. The second is gun to gana, the letter E was added in the final word. It usually happens in child speech. And the third is dark to darko, the letter O was added in the final word, occurs in dialectical form of speaking. Then we go to the part 2, phonetic transcription. The first is comfortable, next probable, next accommodate, the fourth is massive, next is governor, next teacher, the seventh athlete, the eighth experience, the ninth gladiator, the 10th happening, next is generation, next moderate, then service, intensity, the 15th category, next is intricate, the next is department, then gratitude, then ethical, and the last one spontaneous. Now we go to part 2, case study C. Okay. Now we go to part 2, case study C. The first is hopeful, a stress-preserving suffix. The root word is hope and the suffix is full. The stress is on the first syllable hope and the full does not shift stress. The second is careless, a stress-preserving suffix. The root word is care and the suffix is less. The stress is on the first syllable care and the less does not shift stress. The third is darkness, a stress-preserving suffix. The root word is dark and the suffix is ness. The stress is on the first syllable dark and the ness does not shift stress. The fourth is education, a stress-attracting suffix. The root word is educate and the suffix is Asian. The stress is on the third to last syllable, education. Then the fifth is musician, a stress-shifting suffix. The root word is music and the suffix is ian. The stress is on the second syllable, musician. The sixth is geology, a stress-shifting suffix. The root word is geo and the suffix is logy. The stress is on the second syllable, geology. The seventh, democratic, a stress-shifting suffix. The root word is democrat and the suffix is ich. The stress is on the third to last syllables, democratic. And the last is photographic, a stress-shifting suffix. The root word is photograph and the suffix is ich. The stress is on the third to last syllables, photographic. This is the three example of stress-preserving suffix. The first is breakable. The root is break. The suffix is able. The stress is on the first syllable break and the able does not shift stress. The second is powerful. The root word is power and the suffix is full. The stress is on the first syllable power and the full does not shift stress. And the last is golden. The root word is gold and the suffix is n. The stress is on the first syllable gold and the n does not shift stress. And it is three example of stress-attracting suffixes. The first is engineer. The root word is engine and the suffix is The stress is on the suffix Cartoon. The root word is cart and the suffix is un. The stress is on the suffix un. And the last one is cassette. The root word is case and the suffix is at. The stress is on the suffix at. And in this last one, four example of stress-shifting suffixes. The first is biography. The root word is bio and the suffix is graphy. The stress is on the third to last syllables, biography. The second is intention. The root word is intent and the suffix is ion. The stress is on the second to last syllables, intention. The third is domination. The root word is dominate and the suffix is Asian. The stress is on the third to last syllables, domination. And the last is exterminator. The root word is exterminate and the suffix is or. The stress is on the third to last syllables, exterminator. Thank you very much.